It is the news everyone expected, but no one wanted to hear. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 crashed in the southern Indian Ocean, leaving no survivors. But how the airliner got so far off course remains a mystery. 12 countries have offered their military assets for what is now a huge and expensive recovery operation. Angry relatives of those on board the missing Malaysia Airlines flight have staged a vocal protest outside the Malaysian embassy in Beijing. The group chanted that the Malaysian government had cheated them. Chinese police were forced to close nearby roads. At the same time, some families took to social media criticising the Malaysian government over its handling of the tragedy and accusing officials of deceiving them. Joining us now from Beijing is China correspondent Huey Fern Tay. And Huey, Fern, just how did the day unfold, the protest? What happened?
So, Jim, at the start of the day, a family member posted a message on Weibo, which is China's equivalent of Twitter, saying that they were very, very unhappy with the way the Malaysian government had handled the tragedy. And because of that, they wanted to voice their anger, and they intended to march and protest outside the Malaysian embassy here in Beijing. And that's what they did. So as they were marching towards the Malaysian embassy, they chanted slogans, waved placards, and some of the placards had words such as, you owe me an explanation. And they said things like, we will not be political victims, we won't give up unless you tell us the truth. They do believe that the Malaysian government has not been transparent, and they want answers. And when I spoke to a naval expert just a short while ago here in China, he basically agreed that the Malaysian government could have handled this a little bit better.
虽然马航是 The
Malaysian government tried very hard, but they are indeed very inexperienced and lack the capacity to coordinate. That delayed much of the effort. Then the search changed to the Indian Ocean, which is vast, and moreover, the weather conditions are so bad. They need to find the exact location of the plane.
Yes, Chinese maritime search expert Li Ji. And Fern, the goal of the protesters was to get to see the Malaysian ambassador. Did that happen? Did it happen at the embassy or elsewhere? Well,
Jim, it did not happen at the embassy, apparently. It happened at the hotel where a lot of the family members have been since the day the plane vanished on the 8th of March. And by all accounts, it was quite emotionally charged as well. The Malaysian ambassador himself choked on tears as he expressed his condolences. But then at the end of it all, family members were none the wiser. They didn't get the answers that they wanted, which is what happened, and what are you doing about it?
Speaking of answers, Xi Jinping apparently sending a special envoy now to Malaysia. Li Keqiang, on the other hand, in a separate statement, says that Beijing wants more detailed and accurate information from Kuala Lumpur. It does sound like China is still pretty unhappy with the way the Malaysians have handled this operation.
That's right. The Chinese, high-level Chinese officials have not minced their words at all, because they have been very unhappy with the level of coordination, from the Malaysian government. And as soon as the news broke last night that the plane was in fact lost in the Indian Ocean, the Chinese Foreign Ministry put out a statement saying that they really wanted the search to continue. They don't want anyone to give up, and that the Malaysian government should continue giving them all these information. They basically want evidence. They want to see what sort of evidence the Malaysian government looked at in order to come to its conclusion that the plane is indeed lost. And a special envoy from China will be heading towards Malaysia to speak with the Malaysian government.
China correspondent Huey Fern Tay in Beijing.